More than half the diesel sold across the US doesn't have the right additives to protect engines from buildup and wear. And that's a serious problem because diesel engines depend on clean fuel to run smooth and last long. Every year, thousands of diesel trucks, pickups, and SUVs suffer costly breakdowns just from poor quality fuel, clogged injectors, stuck EGR valves, or failing pumps. So today, we're counting down the 7 diesel fuel brands you should stay away from. And at the end, I'll show you 5 diesel brands that actually protect your engine and keep your rig running strong. The same ones that have helped Powerstroke and Duramax engines push past 400,000 miles with ease. Let's get into it. Number 7. Safeway Diesel. A lot of folks don't even realize Safeway sells diesel. But if you've ever filled up there and noticed your truck idling rough or puffing out more smoke than usual, that's no coincidence. Safeway diesel often lacks the detergents and lubricity agents modern engines need. That means carbon starts building up on your injectors and combustion chambers. After a few tanks, you'll notice slower throttle response, harder cold starts, and sometimes even that dreaded check engine light. We've torn down diesel engines that ran on this stuff, black soot everywhere, sticky valves and injectors that barely spray right anymore. It's cheap at the pump, but the repair bills later aren't. And here's the catch. Safeway diesel isn't top-tier certified, so there's no guaranteed standard for detergent levels or fuel quality. It might meet minimum EPA rules, but that doesn't mean it's clean. You save a few cents now, but your engine pays for it later. Now, if you think that's bad, the next brand cuts even more corners. Number 6. 7-Eleven Diesel. You might stop here for coffee, but don't stop for diesel. 7-Eleven doesn't refine its own fuel. They buy from whichever local supplier gives the lowest price. That means the fuel quality changes from one station to another. You could fill up at one and be fine, then hit the next one down the road and get fuel that's full of water or dirt. We've seen trucks come in after using 7-Eleven diesel. Poor mileage, hesitation, rough idle, and in some cases, injector failure. Diesel systems are sensitive, and once contamination gets in, it's game over for your injectors and fuel pump. Some state inspections have even found off-spec diesel at several 7-Eleven stations. Too much water, too little lubricity, and no additive control. It might be convenient, but convenience doesn't mean quality. Number 5. Sam's Club Diesel. Here's the deal with warehouse fuel. It's built for volume, not protection. Sam's Club gets its diesel from different local suppliers, and that means inconsistent formulas in detergent packages. I've seen fleets that switch to Sam's to save a few bucks, and then spend thousands replacing injectors and fuel filters. Diesel fuel should look clear and clean, but what we drained out looked cloudy and smelled off. That's moisture, bacteria, and contamination, the enemies of any diesel engine. And again, Sam's diesel isn't top-tier certified. It barely meets minimum specs, and it shows. So yeah, you'll save some change at the pump, but long-term, that fuel could eat away at your injectors, gum up your fuel rails, and shorten your engine's lifespan. And the next one on the list, it's even more unpredictable. Number 4. Circle K Diesel. This one's tricky because it's everywhere. You see Circle K stations all over the country and assume consistency. But Circle K doesn't make its own diesel either. It's sourced from the cheapest local supplier. I've seen diesel engines that ran mostly on Circle K fuel. The EGR valves look like someone sprayed them with tar, and the injectors were coated in soot. The cause? Poor quality additives and inconsistent blends. In some southern states, Circle K stations were even fined for selling diesel contaminated with water after heavy rainfall. Some trucks didn't make it a mile down the road before sputtering out. That's the risk when a brand focuses on price instead of quality control. If you've ever filled up and noticed your truck running rough afterward, drop a comment. You're not alone. It helps other drivers avoid the same mess. Now let's move to a brand that's tied to one of America's biggest retailers, and it's got a history of issues that'll surprise you. Number 3. Murphy USA Diesel. You'll find these stations parked right next to Walmart across the country. They're easy to find, but that doesn't make them good. Murphy USA's whole game is cheap prices. But cheap and diesel don't mix well. Diesel needs strong additives for lubrication, cleaning, and anti-gelling in cold weather. Murphy's fuel often falls short. We've tested it. The sit-in rating and detergents are usually lower than what heavy-duty engines need. The result? Noisy idle, weak power under load, and shorter injector life. In 2018, there were even reports in Texas and Louisiana of a contaminated diesel from Murphy USA that left dozens of trucks stranded. The company blames suppliers, but when it keeps happening, that excuse doesn't hold up. Cheap diesel might look good on your bank account, but it can wreck your engine from the inside out. Number 2. Speedway diesel. At first glance, Speedway stations look clean and well kept. The branding's solid, the pumps look fresh. But don't let that fool you. Their diesel has one big problem: inconsistency. Speedway doesn't refine its own fuel. It buys from multiple suppliers depending on region and price. That means what goes into your tank in Ohio might not be the same stuff you'd get in Florida. And diesel engines don't like surprises. I've seen trucks running on Speedway diesel come in with carbon buildup so thick it looked like charcoal paste. The injectors were sticking, the filters were black, and the EGR systems were choking on soot. And when we sent fuel samples for testing, detergent and set-in numbers were way below top-tier recommendations. Some batches even had trace water and microbial growth, the kind that clogs fuel filters like glue. In a few states, Speedway stations were inspected after drivers complained their trucks stalled right after filling up. Turns out, the fuel had absorbed moisture from storage tanks during rainy seasons. Water and diesel don't mix. It leads to rust, poor combustion, and damaged injectors. Speedway might look polished on the outside, but what's going into your tank tells a whole different story. Number 1. Shady diesel suppliers and waste fuel dealers. Now this one isn't a single brand, it's a warning. Across the US, there are shady fuel distributors who buy low quality or even waste diesel, repackage it and sell it to smaller stations as regular diesel. I've seen this firsthand. Trucks filled up, ran fine for a day or two, and then came back blowing black smoke and misfiring like crazy. When we drained the tanks, the fuel was dark, thick, and full of junk. Turns out, it wasn't standard diesel at all. It was mixed with used oil or industrial waste. The EPA has busted several small suppliers over the years for exactly this: selling contaminated or off-spec diesel that damages engines and breaks clean air rules. But they keep popping up because they can sell cheap fuel and make quick cash. If your diesel smells weird, looks cloudy, or your truck starts running rough after filling up at an unknown station, stop driving immediately. You might have just pumped garbage into your engine. These companies don't just cut corners, they gamble with your truck's life. Now that we've covered the bad stuff, let's talk about the good side of diesel. The brands that actually care about what goes into your tank. These next 5 don't just meet minimum standards, they go above and beyond with higher detergents, better lubricity, and cleaner combustion. If you want your diesel engine to stay strong past 300,000 miles, these are the fuels you should stick with. Number 5. Chevron diesel with Tecron D. Chevron isn't just about gasoline. Their Tecron D formula is one of the strongest diesel detergent blends on the market. It's made to fight carbon buildup, injector clogging, and fuel gelling, all while keeping the fuel system clean. I've worked on Duramax and Powerstroke engines that ran on Chevron diesel for years. The difference inside those engines is huge. Smooth idle, consistent fuel trims, and barely any soot on the injectors or valves. Tecron D keeps injectors spraying evenly, improves cold starts, and protects the fuel pump from wear. And because it's top-tier certified, you know you're getting quality across all Chevron stations, not just a few lucky ones. It might cost a few cents more, but every dollar spent here saves you hundreds in maintenance later. Number 4. Shell diesel with nitro technology. Shell's diesel game is strong. Their nitro additive doesn't just clean, it actively prevents new carbon and water deposits from sticking inside your fuel system. Think of it like Teflon for your injectors. I've torn down high-mileage Cummins engines that use Shell diesel exclusively, and the inside looked almost spotless. Even after years of towing and heavy use, the injectors still had perfect spray patterns. Shell also maintains strict quality control at every station under the top-tier diesel certification. That means cleaner combustion, smoother power delivery, and fewer regeneration cycles for your DPF. You'll notice better throttle response and less smoke right after switching. And in the long run, it'll keep your fuel economy where it should be. Number 3. Exxon Mobil diesel. Synergy diesel. When it comes to consistency, Exxon Mobil diesel is one of the best out there. Their Synergy blend is carefully engineered to maintain proper cetane rating, detergency, and lubricity. All the key things modern diesel engines rely on. What makes it stand out is that even their regular grade diesel contains the same additive package as their premium. That means you're getting the same protection and cleanliness no matter where you fill up. We've tested this fuel in fleets, and the results speak for themselves. Cleaner injectors, steady idle, fewer DEF issues, and smoother acceleration. It burns clean and helps cut down soot buildup, which means less wear on your turbo and EGR system. For long-term reliability, Exxon Mobil diesel is a safe bet anywhere in the country. Number 2, Costco diesel. Here's a shocker for most people. Costco's reputation for gasoline is solid, but their diesel? It's just as impressive and sometimes even cleaner than big-name brands. Costco diesel is top-tier certified, which is rare among warehouse clubs. They keep their fuel storage system spotless and move so much volume that their fuel is always fresh. Fresh diesel means less chance of water buildup, bacteria growth, or gel. I've seen diesel trucks that ran almost entirely on Costco fuel. Clean injectors, no sludge in the filters, and consistent MPG even after 150,000 miles. The best part? You get high-end diesel quality at a lower price. Costco proves that affordable doesn't have to mean cheap when it comes to fuel. Number 1, BP Amoco Ultimate Diesel. And now we're at the top of the list. BP's Ultimate Diesel, sometimes labeled as Amoco Ultimate, is hands down one of the cleanest, most advanced diesel fuels available in the US. Its detergent package is powerful enough to not only prevent buildup but actually remove existing carbon deposits from your injectors and combustion chambers. After just a few tanks, many drivers report smoother acceleration and quieter idle. That's no gimmick, it's chemistry. BP's Ultimate Diesel is top-tier certified, and their testing shows it can keep critical engine parts up to 60% cleaner than standard diesel blends. I've seen proof in the shop. Trucks that switched to BP Ultimate ran quieter, used less DEF fluid, and had better throttle response. Yeah, it costs a bit more, but if you're serious about keeping your diesel engine running clean and powerful for years, this is the fuel you want in your tank. Your diesel engine isn't just about power, it's about precision. Every injector, every pump, every valve depends on the quality of what you're burning. Cheap fuel saves you dollars today, but premium, well-treated diesel saves you engines tomorrow. Keep that in mind next time you pull up to the pump. And that's it for today's breakdown. If you learned something new about diesel fuel and how it affects your engine, give this video a quick like. It really helps the channel reach more diesel owners who care about doing things the right way. Drop your thoughts down below. Tell me which diesel brand you trust, and if you've ever noticed a difference after switching fuels. I read every comment, and your experience might help another driver out there. And if you're serious about keeping your truck running longer, smoother, and stronger, make sure you're subscribed. We've got more real-world mechanic talks coming up. No fancy talk, just facts that save engines. Until next time, stay smart, drive safe, and keep your diesel clean.